Yep. And that's how we're starting this one. Hello and welcome to the MegaMonsterCast. For today we were talking about Ultraman Orb, the movie. Let me borrow the powers of Bond.
James Bonds.
Yep. This is the Ultraman Orb movie, obviously. It does a bunch of things that one wouldn't necessarily expect a movie to just do immediately after the end of a series. Did you guys think Juggler was already going to be back?
I felt like if Juggler didn't make an appearance, this wasn't going to be a good movie.
It's fair.
Yeah, I will say, like, at first, when he first appeared, I didn't recognize him.
He does have a slightly different look in this movie.
Yeah, I was like, he looks familiar. And then he smiled. I'm like, why are you trying to be like Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
For the ending though.
God, now this one feels like, and I had written in my notes that this feels like just a longer episode.
Yeah,
and that I think feeds into to what you're saying.
This is just Godzilla Final Wars, but for Ultraman.
Kind of. Yeah, you'll notice when we get to more Ultraman movies, unless they have the word Ultraman Zero in them, they just feel like long episodes of the TV show.
Huh.
Yeah.
Rising didn't feel like that.
Well, okay, fine, but Rising was also not tied into a TV show. Like, if they are...
But you just made a rule that
That's fair. All right, fair. If they don't have their own TV show, then they feel like long episodes of... Like, so, Zero never had his own TV show. He's originally a movie Ultraman. So, like, none of his movies feel like long episodes of TV shows because he wasn't a TV show Ultra. Same for Rising. And the next also doesn't feel like a long episode of a TV show because that was also a movie original Ultraman. But anytime we run into like Ultraman Orb movie, Ultraman G'd movie, they're just long episodes of the TV show, basically. The Ultraman Blazar movie is just a long episode of the TV show. Like,
just without the bone cancer.
Yeah, because that's not a problem anymore. We already dealt with that by not having him die. Yeah. So this movie starts...
Like you might be bitter about it.
So this movie starts in Hawaii.
Part of Hawaii.
Yeah, a Hawaiian island that we're not going to talk about, so we don't have to nail down what part of Hawaii just got destroyed.
It looks uninhabited. It's probably one of the smaller islands.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this starts with Ultraman Orb fighting Galactron again, which I'm super happy that this suit gets reused as soon as it does. I think this is like one of the better Orb original kaiju designs.
I do too.
Yeah, it was
very much.
It's good stand up.
Mm-hmm. And it's
but
like
not as good as somebody else later on.
Fair. We actually get like a few really solid designs showing up in this movie. I was about to call it an episode, which again leans into the fact this is just a long episode of Ultraman Orb.
You wouldn't be wrong to denote it as such.
Mm-hmm. I would say this feels more like an episode of Orb than Ultra Fight Orb does.
No comparison.
Yeah.
I agree with you absolutely. Ultra Fight Orb was Dragon Ball Heroes.
Yeah, which when we get to that, I have some opinions that I know I want to hear from you. But so he's fighting, and then we get our first time that you guys and I at the time had seen Orb team up with another Ultraman, where Ultraman Zero shows up improper for Orb to team up with.
Which kind of leads me into both the movie and Ultra Fight Orb kind of were that fan service level.
Yep. Oh, 100%. Especially Fight Orb. Fight Orb is
Fight Orb
super.
was smashing action figures together.
Yeah. But yeah.
Those cool action figures.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah, so is Dragon Ball, Super Dragon Ball Heroes. Like, I love that.
yeah.
No.
So, since this is both of your first exposure to Ultraman Zero, what do you, well, besides like the few seconds we see of him in any transformation sequence, what do you think of his design and his character now that you get like a little taste of who he is?
I like his dad better.
That's fair. His dad also had a 50-episode TV show.
And he committed numerous war crimes.
He did commit a lot of war crimes. That's not a joke. That's a real thing. It is funny in hindsight, but he did commit a lot of war crimes. But we just let it, like, we gloss over that because he's 7 and everyone loves him.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So I've mentioned this a little bit. Zero is like the Ultra that saved the... Zero is one of the Ultras that saved the franchise. Tiga saved it in the 90s. Zero saved it in the late 2000s. Yeah, like the Zero movies, the company had almost gone bankrupt. The Zero movies were like their last shot at trying to make money, and it brought in enough money that they could start making the shows again. So he is like their golden child. Which is why he gets so many fucking forms and power-ups every couple of years.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, this first fight, again, it's kind of a bare bones fight because we start in the middle of it. But I think that works for like a setup fight.
Yeah, especially with the kaiju we've already seen.
Yeah. Like, it works, and like there's stakes obviously, but it's not like high stakes. It's mostly to just set up Zero and Orb meeting and Orb having to go back to Japan. So we're in Hawaii for all of 7 minutes maybe.
Yeah, I thought this was going to be like an actual Hawaii episode.
No, I wish. That would have been fun. Honestly, I thought they were in Hawaii long. Like, I remembered this being in Hawaii longer than it actually was. I thought we got like 15 minutes of Hawaii. No, it's like 7 at most. And it's just...
It's not even 7.
It's not even 7.
Yeah. I said at most. But yeah, we get...
4 minutes and 20 seconds worth of Hawaii.
Fair. Yeah, we get the little setup of Zero has shown up because Ginga and Victory, 2 other Ultras, have disappeared. Which is the setup for we're going to have a bunch of Ultras in this movie. Which is also going to be a pattern for some movies. This one has more than some in it, but less than others.
You know what I like about this? Is the fact that they actually show the Ultramen and not just have old video footage of them like another show we've watched with anniversary specials. Alex.
You know, I was going to bring that up because they didn't overpromise and underdeliver like that other show did.
Yeah.
It was kind of shocking. I made that same parallel several times.
There's a lot of payoff in this movie.
It's like this series and these, producers actually care about their fans.
Yep.
Unlike Doctor Who. Oh God.
It's funny, too.
He said it.
No, he said it!
It's funny, too, because they both started in the 60s.
One's obviously more successful than the other.
Yep. And one has a deeper understanding of the lore.
Much deeper.
I want to see this debate. 'Cause I think I could mock up some questions to keep a debate, like as a moderator to keep this going.
Mhm.
I would like to see you and Scott debate the lore accuracy
Man,
and
see,
lore adherence.
here's the
Like
thing.
faithfulness between Doctor Who and Ultraman, because
Doctor
I
Who doesn't
have-
even understand Doctor Who's lore.
And the best
I
part
think
about
It
this,
Scott
changes.
does, though.
It changes every year.
well, see, here's the thing. So does the Ultraman lore, but the Ultraman lore is also built to change every year. Like, it's
Okay.
intentionally designed that you can expand and change Origin every year. Like,
Okay.
it's a more flexible franchise because of that, in my opinion.
I think we should stream a full-on
I'd be down for that. We could try to do that.
debate, like the old-fashioned style, like the what's the QED debates. I think I can do this.
Yeah. I mean, again, I'd be down. We could try it sometime.
I want to see this because I'm just truly interested now, because this is especially considering that they're both approximately the same length of runtime.
Yep. And they both had long breaks in between. Like, yeah, there's like a lot of parallels we could draw. They were at one point of time banking on a movie saving the franchise. It's just one succeeded and the other failed.
Yeah.
Get in the comments. Anyway,
Be on the lookout.
yeah, so we cut to Naomi wearing a fucking mocap suit.
Full on latex suit.
Yeah.
I've never seen a mocap suit that wasn't cotton. Like, this gimp suit is not appropriate.
First of all, the first thing I said to myself when I saw this, I saw they started controlling her. I was like, I hope she just does not. By that, I mean she's definitely going to end up in a position that is definitely going to be inappropriate, and it happened.
Well, and then she has to, like, you saw, like, she got out of the suit, but the suit was in the same position still.
Okay, but that shot was 2 seconds long and required a hell of a lot of attention to detail. Like, that is the most underutilized prop this entire episode.
Yep. So yeah, then we get our introduction to the third Ultraman of the movie, Ultraman X. He was the year before this is Ultraman. And he is what I like to compare Ultraman Arc to a lot, considering he is another armor Ultraman.
Yeah, he
That
is.
son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Good thing he did it better.
I mean, honestly, like, I do like his armors a lot more than I like Arc's. Like, Arc is a fun series. I've really softened to Arc a lot, but X has the superior designs, in my opinion.
He really does give it to you.
It's awful.
Awful.
Yeah. So they find out that X is inside of this phone, for lack of a better term. And X is trying to, like, let them know that the planet is in danger and that his partner, who he unites with to take on his Ultra form, is out there somewhere and they need to find him. How did you like the fact that the reason why he wanted to show up at the SSP was because they were the physically closest people to where he fell?
In their eyes, like, huh? You needed it? Oh.
It just immediately crestfallen, like, wait, I thought we were special.
You are special in a very select and demure way.
Like,
they are definitely something.
I had 3 choices. You were the closest. Your uncle was slightly too far away. Your uncle was too far away. I couldn't get to him. He lived 4 miles away. You lived 3.8 miles away. I wanted to get to the closest one.
Your uncle is a bigwig now.
Yep.
Or always has been.
And then Uncle immediately starts chewing them out for hanging up missing posters.
Did you get a permit for this?
Listen, like, you need to stop this shit. You need to follow the rules. And then we get these weird fucking creeps in the background just staring at the posters.
Yeah, I saw that in the background. I'm like, are we going to ignore this? No, we do not.
No, they are our minor antagonists. They are the henchmen of our major threat for the movie.
Yeah. I thought they were going to do the whole, like, invasion of the body snatcher thing, and they just, like...
I mean, they kind of do.
Yeah, that definitely... It have that vibe, for sure. I'm going to argue that these are tertiary minor characters at best.
I would say they are very minor antagonists. They are just the henchmen. We have a much better henchman later.
We have not even met either of the two main antagonists, and one... Actually, we have not met any of the three main antagonists of this episode, and I'm calling it episode.
That's fair. It basically is.
I will argue that these characters are so far down the tier list. We have three main antagonists, and one of them is top tier antagonist. And yeah, I think you know which one.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Although, I'm going to say this.
No, I don't think you. I don't know.
They are.
Which antagonist is best boy?
We know which one the best one is, but I'm also going to say this. There's another one that we get this movie that's real fucking fun, and I like him a lot.
Okay. I think we might have a disagreement on the designation here.
Okay, fair enough. I can respect your decision too. Like, that's not a bad choice. They're both very high tier. They are both very high.
A lot of high tier. I feel like the actual movie's antagonist is the lowest tier antagonist.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Of the three, she's the least interesting.
Yeah, like so you get her. She's the least interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Juggler is borderline an anti-hero.
He is. I would say he is the anti-hero. He's a lot of... I love this character. I love him so much. He's a lot of fun.
He's the silliest, but he's also the biggest bad.
Oh yeah. But before that,
because he is a monster.
I would say that there's four if you include
the monster
weapon of choice.
the one where he just docks into a monster.
Yeah, stand by.
He's so silly. We get that. Okay, we don't. I will say this: we don't get this character back again, but we get another member of his race a few years later.
Like, he's in it for the glee, not even the glory.
Oh, he's just in it because it's something fun for him to do. Yeah.
What the hell?
So then we get Guy showing up. Alex, I know that Josh loved the fact that he shows up playing a fucking ukulele.
No,
how did you feel?
Orb ukulele.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you spelled it like the instrument, the wind instrument gets played by swinging it above your head, though.
I don't care.
We don't know how to spell it.
Yeah.
I was literally waiting this whole episode for him to spin a fucking tube around his head.
No, instead we get him showing up with a ukulele wearing a fucking Hawaiian shirt.
I was very much into it. Like, yeah. I grabbed my ukulele and tried immediately to mimic it.
Yep. It's again.
You know what? He can pull off a Hawaiian shirt, so I'm saying.
True.
He can, and the hat.
Yeah, like
the straw hat was dope.
He honestly kind of looks like Monkey D. Luffy.
Oh my god, the way he's throwing the kicks around, yeah.
Yeah, he looks a lot like Luffy from One Piece. He's wearing the right colors too. He's wearing sandals. Like, it all works.
If only he were stretchy.
Yep.
Oh, he is, just in other areas.
But yeah, so he kicks the grunts.
Are you accusing
asses.
him of being a grower?
I mean, he does. He does get to giant sizes.
Yeah.
Reed Richards will be proud.
Yep. So anyway, Orb Guy starts talking with X because X is
in a phone.
Yeah, and what else is he gonna do? He's stuck in the phone until they get Daichi, who is a fun
not
Ultra
a
hero.
phone, but it's clearly like the most non-ergonomic phone case that's ever existed.
Mm-hmm. Oh, also another reason why I compare Orb to.
It probably had no reason to be that thick.
Yes.
It had all the reasons.
Like you could use an iPod Touch from fucking 2008.
Mm-hmm.
And that effect could have been accomplished.
So another reason why I like to compare X to Arc, Daichi is also a member of the science division of his defense force.
Okay, so speaking of the science division,
mm-hmm.
We almost got denied a something search people call out. They get interrupted midway through by a Guy, and I was like, "Are we gonna do this?"
Yep.
We do get a full the something search people charge later, but
we have to earn it. It's the movie. We got to get a big moment for it.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, so
gotta earn it.
Yeah, if you don't earn it, then it's not worth it. But yeah, so then we get the backstory.
We go several episodes without getting it, but like if this is gonna be a movie,
yeah, it has to be a big one. Yeah. So yeah, this episode. So this.
They like load their. We get the cutaways where they're just like.
But then we get Uncle being Uncle and just walking straight into a door.
Yeah. Good old uncling. So anyway, we also get, stepping away from the camera for the viewers, we also get another great scene where we get the backstory for what X is doing, where like why X is there. Where X is
giving it to you.
Yes. No, he's in his universe, he was going after this monster Disastro, which is a kaiju I don't think is ever actually seen. I think it is a kaiju that they only name drop and has never had a real design.
How many times has it been name dropped though?
Yeah.
9.
Because I think we also get the name drop for it in either at the end of this or in Ultra Fight Orb, right?
It's this one.
Yeah, I thought so. Like we get.
I thought we got it in both.
I think we get like the name drop at the start of that one and at the end of this one.
Oh, okay.
So like the Disastro fight happens in between the two of them, and we never see it.
Oh, it's Squirrel Girl. Okay.
Yeah, like Disastro is always out there. It's a threat they bring up every now and then, and it always happens off screen.
For anybody not familiar with Squirrel Girl, she defeats enemies like Thanos off screen.
Yep.
And it's never explained, and that's part of the beauty of her character.
Yes. But yeah, so now that they're stuck in this universe, Daichi is separated from X, and they can't transform because of it. And Ginga and Victory are both missing. So this sets up the main issue is Ultramen are disappearing, and they need to try to figure out how to save them.
Oh, weird. Like doctors?
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
One does it better than the other.
Oh, yeah.
This debate's going to be fire.
Josh is going to be in the background just hype manning the shit out of it.
Yeah, no, Josh and I'll be there as like mediators and hype men, and it's just you and Scott going to blows over things that are unrelated to each other yet similarly parallel.
Yep.
Great.
Oh, you suck.
These are civilized gentlemen. Not gonna happen.
What a fucking bet.
I do actually.
Yep.
I would bet against that in a heartbeat.
But yeah, so we get
the fact that they're civilized.
No, that they are civilized and they would not go reduce themselves to such blows.
I don't know. I'd probably take a couple low blows at a few doctors, but whatever.
Yeah, but you're not like personally attacking each other.
No,
That's the thing.
No.
Oh yeah, no. I'm talking about
Unless
the shows themselves.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, both shows suck. It's fine.
Yeah. No. So we also get the return of the sap gun.
The Ghostbuster gun?
Yeah.
No, it's literally the like he fires it once in an appropriate place.
Yeah.
But it's the same animation.
Oh yeah, 100%. It is just their version of the fucking proton pack.
They're just sitting there. They're like, "Fuck that."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought for a second that it was the goo gun that we got earlier.
It is.
And was subsequently disappointed.
No, it is. It's the new version of the goo gun. That's what it's supposed to be.
But it did not. We did not get the practical effect goo.
Yeah, it's because it has more uses now. You don't have to just goo things.
Damn it!
How did you like when
ungoo stuff?
This scene also has one of my favorite little gags of the movie where Guy closes the door before Uncle realizes it, and he walks into the door face first and hits his teeth on the door. He just slides down.
As Uncle's like, "Yeah, you guys can't come with us. You have to leave this to the adult professionals."
Yep.
Yeah, I'm one of the cool kids. Slam.
Oh God, I hurt myself real bad.
My front teeth.
Yep. So yeah, then Guy goes to this mysterious mansion that has been mentioned. I didn't mention it, but there's a mansion on the outskirts of town. It's all mysterious and whatnot. Guy goes there because they think that Daichi is there. He takes the phone with X in it, and a butler shows up to open the door, and it's Juggler. Juggler now works for this lady in this mansion.
And it was only a matter of time until we got Juggler with white gloves.
Mm-hmm. Also, I'm going to say this. The entire time he wears this suit, I am like 90% certain I own that tie. I am like so sure I own that tie.
Let me see. What does the tie look like? I feel like it's that checkered pattern.
No, it's not checkered. It's like almost like a floral swirl to it. It's like a bluish. Paisley? Yeah, it's got like a paisley. It's like a red on blue. I'm certain I own that fucking tie.
Does it have blue in it?
Yeah, it's a blue background. But yeah,
I have a tie similar to this, but definitely I don't have this exact.
Yeah, I have a tie very similar to this, but then I had to burn it because of that bitch cheated.
Like it's not exactly the same, but it's so fucking close. Like that tie would be easy to just like pop onto an outfit and like, oh, this is my movie Juggler tie.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
It's a true story.
Yeah, so then Guy goes...
This is not the time to air out that shit.
So anyway, then Guy goes upstairs because he's going to try to take care of business.
That means he has to go to the bathroom.
Yep. So he goes up the stairs and Juggler disappears on him. And then we get our not Rita Repulsa using the dark circle thingy. The dark ring that Juggler was using.
Ring, yeah.
And she's using it to summon alien and kaiju. And fucking kidnap Guy.
Okay, this is like after like Juggler has like gotten dental work done. Because
it's still pretty similar.
Everything looks. There's one tooth that looks missing.
Maybe like he does look a little different.
It looks really clean.
Yeah. Yeah, so then Guy's dropped into a garden where we get our new antagonist, who was the best character introduced in this movie.
Our best boy.
He's so much fun. He just wants to kill. He has a grudge that's over 1,000 years long. His name's Sadeth. And he's
I thought it was Cyborg Richard Simmons.
It's very similar.
He's introduced with a jukebox.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, is he a hero?
Boombox, rather.
Yep, he's out there doing fucking calisthenics in the middle of the fucking courtyard.
Just chewing the scenery.
Oh, yeah. Like, that's all his job is he's there to just be extra.
Has Guy always been able to just shoot lasers from his hands?
I think we've seen it once.
We've seen it in one of the season episodes, yeah.
Yeah. Like, he's done it, just not often.
God, I don't remember it.
It's like how he can use super speed when he feels like it. In his human form. Like, he doesn't often, but he can. Or how he can fly in his human form.
You just reminded me, why didn't he use his super speed at the very end of the season? Because he ran across town at normal speed.
Yeah, because they weren't going to have him use his super speed for that scene for dramatic effect. They only use it when he needs it, as long as it doesn't fuck with the plot.
Effect.
So yeah, then we get
I just want to point out before we move forward, if I don't point this out now, I might forget it, but they use an English pun later in this episode that just I had to stop the episode. He uses Sadeth uses a move called Sadeth Faction. That only works in English.
I'm going to be honest. My assumptions.
I was really hoping it'd be a black Sadeth.
Okay, so
Seeing Iron Man.
My assumptions are Sadeth is supposed to be an American. Like he's supposed to be a rough equivalent.
Doesn't work in outside of English.
Again, my assumptions, my thought process has been like the way Sadeth acts too is very in line with what Japanese people think is traditionally American. He's supposed to be an American. Like he acts a lot like Frankie from One Piece too. Like he is just supposed to be the American.
Oh my God, he does.
Yeah. See, like it's just he's an American.
I have never seen One Piece. So
yeah, no, it's pretty fucking accurate what I just said. Like he's just an American character basically. Yeah, then we get the return of Burnmite.
Sadeth Faction. Like that's fucking great.
Oh yeah.
That was such a I had to stop the fucking movie. I'm like, oh man. Give me more Ultraman puns. Mm-hmm. Like that needs to be more of a thing.
I still think Black Sadeth would have been better.
So anyway, then Orb turns Burnmite and fights Sadeth, and it's a solid fight. He sets his head on fire immediately.
Hot.
Yep. Anytime Sadeth tries punching, he immediately starts firing bullets. Which I appreciate. Like, every punch of his is just, all right, I'm punching, but I'm also going to shoot 16 bullets as I'm punching. So even if I don't actually connect, I'm going to destroy something.
Kind of foreshadowing for our later enemy.
Mm-hmm. Again, he's the American. He's just spraying bullets everywhere.
Oh, he's got guns. That's right.
Yeah, no, he's just an American. Like, that's all he is.
I don't like that this metaphor is becoming more and more appealing to me.
Yep.
Because now I want to dislike this character
now. He's so much fun, though. You can't hate him because he's just so stereotypical. He's so over the top and extra, and that's what makes him fun.
He's definitely extra.
So yeah, then we switch it up because now he's switched over to using a melee weapon, so now we get Hurricane Slash.
And he bonks him on the head.
Yep.
One more Sadeth jumping on the bed.
Yep. Yeah, this fight is kind of fun. Like, there's nothing crazy great about this fight, But like, again, a lot of the best parts of the fight are just the interactions between the two, and the fact that Sadeth is just a goofer. Like when he slaps Zero and Jack back into him, so he doesn't turn back to normal. No, I'm still fighting you.
Fight.
I need to have a satisfying conclusion after you fucking fucked me up years ago.
Like, it's not even that he wants... I would argue it's not even that he wants a satisfying conclusion. He's just in it for the journey.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he doesn't even really want revenge and all that. He's just like, I'm having too much fun. Yay!
I think his revenge is having fun.
Yeah.
Like, he wants to be the one who lives better?
Yeah, no, his revenge is he's going to enjoy himself. He's happy, and that's the best revenge that he could possibly have. He is self-actualized.
All you can ever ask for as far as Maslow is concerned.
Yep. So yeah, then our main villain sends in 3 aliens that she uses the cards for
She's the tertiary villain.
Dude, the one she summons.
She's technically the one that causes everything else to happen. We have to acknowledge that.
I know that she's the movie's main antagonist, but in our hearts.
Oh yeah.
In our heart.
No, Sadeth is way above her.
It's our best boy, then it's Juggler, then it's her if we remember her name, and I don't.
I often forget her name. She's more or less Rita Repulsa, yes.
Yeah, she's the diamond lady.
Yeah. She has like one good line.
She summoned was just Gigan until I actually got a full look at him.
Mm-hmm.
I will say they use only the best designs in this movie.
They do use a lot of really solid ones. Like Alien Guts is weird looking, which is the one that's chasing the SSP around the mansion.
The one with the ball sack head?
Yes.
The one that's like a half duck, half genital?
Yeah. And he keeps like wiggling his hands around, doing jazz hands every time.
The hand wiggle is not appropriate. Thank you.
No, it makes it so much worse. If that guy was running at you doing jazz hands the entire time, wouldn't you be uncomfortable?
Yeah, I feel like we could have been friends up until the point where you were just like...
Yeah. Yeah, so then the SSP have the same clock problem happen, and they get dropped into a bathhouse where there's just an old man mopping. That man is somehow important.
I was gonna say, what was he watching TV? What was he doing here?
I think he was just zoning out.
Was he just staring at somebody bathing?
I think he was just
zoning. It's weird because
zoning.
they draw attention to him again at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of make him size up one of our characters.
Yep.
So no idea what was going on here.
Yeah.
He sizes up multiple, but so do multiple other characters size up those other characters.
Yeah, there's a lot of that at the very end. Anyway, I also like the little gimmick where one of the alien guts falls down in the.
And Uncle just bam.
No, he falls down and. Well, yes, but like also, I love the one like the other one's like, "Hey, what are you doing, me?" He's like, "I'm sorry, me. I'm sorry, I fucked up."
I gotta say though, I'm with Josh on this one. The fact that Uncle passes by the one that fell and slaps it on the head, like,
I want to believe that wasn't even part of the script. That he was just told to run out, and he was just like,
that wasn't part of the script.
Oh no, he 100% ad-libbed that. He saw a chance and he took it.
He's like, "What's the most Uncle thing I could do here?"
He played that character for 26 weeks. He knows what to do.
I am Shibikawa-san.
Yep. God, no. This...
And then we get a Star Wars reference. Like, it has to be. I refuse to believe it's not.
Oh my God! How did I not see that literal 1977 Han Solo Stormtrooper reference? That's good. Good eye.
There's a few references to a bunch of different things in this and the Ultra Fight special. we'll get into some of the references in the Ultra Fight special because
I needed to watch Ultra Fight special like 3 or 4 more times.
Dude, it's so much fun. Like, it's so worth watching. It's such a I feel like genuinely.
I must have missed some of the references you're going to bring out.
I'm going to bring up a few.
Multiple of my reactions.
I will also say, Josh, I'm not going to spoil it, but Josh had like a yell loud enough someone in his home went up to check on him moment. Like, the amount of glee this man had at something that happened in one of these two things, which I'm not going to spoil it. Josh, you get to have that moment, but there's so many fucking good little moments in both of them, and I absolutely adore them because of that.
Oh, it's so good.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. Also, I'm just waiting for commercials to get through because I like to have
How do you not have ad block on?
I'm using a fucking. So, I'm at my parents' house for those who somehow don't know this one.
No difference to your ad blocker.
Nope, I have one monitor. I'm trying to maintain like the actual recording software on this, so I have a TV with a Blu-ray player that has Tubi installed on it, set up behind.
There's no chance for ad blocker there.
Nope. Also, did you guys see that in 2 weeks, all the Ultra properties go off of Tubi?
No.
Yeah. 2 weeks. All of them go off of Tubi. Yeah. They're still going to be on... They're on Prime streaming for free now. But yeah.
But they're part of...
Yeah, and I'm still...
log into Tubi with Amazon.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I mean, again, they're still going to be on... like, Prime's going to have, like...
Why did Tubi lose that property? Like, for me, that was... honestly a gateway into me finding other things on Tubi that I wanted to watch.
Well, it's a good thing I always watch Ultraman on YouTube.
I mean,
anyway.
They might have just, like, the Ultra franchise is actually kind of going up in stock, so to speak. They might just not be able to afford it now. Like, some of the newer properties in the franchise might be too expensive for them, and they just decided, fuck it.
There's no way they... I guess if I guess it matters whether it's an all or nothing deal.
Because I think they have almost every property. I think like
they're not
maybe
getting Arc.
No, but they have like everything up through. They have like all the Showa, all the Heisei, and like half of New Gen. And it looks like most of it's going away. Maybe Shin Ultraman staying on because it just went on there, but
yeah. So what he's saying is, go ahead and watch Shin Ultraman.
Shin Ultraman is a great movie. Go watch it.
And Shin Kamen Rider.
Shin Kamen Rider is also fantastic, but you have to watch that on Prime.
And then Shin Godzilla.
Shin Godzilla is also great. We need to watch the Shin trilogy soon.
If only we could have gotten that Shin Evangelion.
We do. There's 4 of those. They're called Rebuild of Evangelion. Those are the Shin Evangelion movies.
No. I need Shin in the title.
All right. Yeah. So we get like a lot of this primary antagonist, not fun antagonist, but primary antagonist in this scene where she's...
I love this nomenclature we're using now.
Yeah, where she's like... She turns like an apple into a diamond, which I feel like is supposed to be kind of a nod to like Snow White too.
Yeah, that could be. I mean,
the whole
honestly, the glass apple was not a spectacular effect in my eyes because they used an actual glass apple for the effect, whereas all the other diamond effects were way too refractory.
Yeah,
and this one was almost clear.
Yeah, that's fair.
I felt like it was very incongruous with the rest of the diamond demonstration, but You know, it got the point across. It was fine. I just thought it was kind of clunky for the rest of the film.
Yeah, it's fair. I think that was. I mean, there's like a couple
It's
other
a
clunky
perfect
spots.
apple diamond.
Yeah, but like honestly, the budget on this film was really well dispersed.
Mm-hmm.
At least for the most part.
Yeah.
That one felt like an oversight. Like, honestly, it would have done them good to take the glass apple outside and just like smash it against like some pavement or sidewalk material on like one side of it, just to make it where like if you shine light on it, would just disperse the light.
Mm-hmm. Give it some texture.
Yeah, anything other than making it beautifully crystal clear. Like, yes, it's a beautiful glass apple, but like you're demonstrating the spectacularness of diamonds, which of course diamonds don't sparkle unless they have jagged edges and different angles as well. So like, you know, pick a lane. You could have done either one.
Yeah.
Like it could have been more of a crystal clear thing, or it could have been more like a highly refractory thing. You went with the highly refractory thing for your CG design. All it would take is to go and mar up the prop a little bit, and it would have been a little bit better of an effect.
True. But you know what?
Even some sandpaper.
You know what? It's a great effect though. Forcing Naomi back in the gimp suit.
Oh yeah. Help me,
Yep, she zips it up too high, and it's like on her chin.
And the juggler just being a good person offers to help.
Yep.
Just
he's like, "Hello, great granddaughter."
You had to make it weird.
Yep. He also does this whole, good and evil. What are those? I don't know. Maybe I'm good and you are evil. Who knows?
He literally says, and I'm only slightly paraphrasing here, that evil is in the eye of the beholder. Basically, he says something to that effect. Like evil is determined by the person doing it.
Yep.
Like, no, it's not.
And then calls them out on their bullshit. Be like, you guys are trespassing.
Like, yeah, you're literally chaotic neutral. I don't. That does not mean that morality is subjective in the way that you're describing it. A portion of morality is subjective, but a great deal of morality, I would argue, is objective.
That's human. He's an alien.
Yeah, aliens.
Do aliens not have nervous systems?
I mean, it depends on the alien.
Yeah.
Does Juggler have a nervous system?
I mean, one would assume, but we don't know. We haven't actually.
Yeah. Well, we have seen two of his species. Am I wrong?
Actually, it's up for debate on whether or not Guy and Juggler are from the same species.
Yeah.
Okay. Have we not seen evidence of Juggler in pain?
We've also seen Juggler naked.
He's going to be constipated.
Okay, I'm done with this.
First of all, Alex, we've seen Juggler naked. We get to Juggler naked later.
Yeah, I know. This isn't the first time. Fine.
He has 4 wieners.
I'm saying that he gets sized up before. You'd think there'd be a larger reaction if there were 4 of them.
Why do you think they all just stared? They're like,
fair.
You could be mistaken as a cow.
Feels like a low level reaction to a 4-penised person.
I don't know, man. He just dresses up a cow. You could actually milk them.
Awful.
I've lost sight of what we're discussing.
We're getting to the part where the SSP find Daichi.
Okay, let's get back to that then.
Yeah. So, they find Daichi.
I heard him.
And Juggler's like, all right, well.
We're trying to make a philosophical argument. You fuckers went into 4 penises. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. He went into it. I was going to stop it before that. But yeah, so Juggler walks up. He's like, "Hi guys, I'm here to fuck you up, and you're dead, and you're dead. All right, this dude that you wanted to save, let me cut his chains, and bye."
This is when I love Juggler the most, when he's being helpful, but obviously ulterior.
Oh yeah, like everything Juggler does in this movie is clearly going to serve him in the long run.
I don't think that's true. His last few actions are clearly selfless.
Well, I mean, he is a good
He works
guy now.
this. Okay, wait. No, Nick, you do not get to say this. He has worked an entire season and this entire movie to regain his dark ring. And then spoilers for the end of this, but I have to get this out now.
No.
He sacrifices it on purpose, knowing that it nerfs him and his entire drive, but he does it for the greater good of releasing 3 more Ultramen.
Yeah, but he knew those Ultramen.
Yeah, but
that matters not to this argument.
That's his friends.
Also, he only knew one of them. Oh. He actually didn't know any of the Ultramen he freed.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This is Juggler actually like Juggler had that whole purity of soul thing. Like
Juggler did this because then the actor gets to play a different character 4 years from now.
No.
And get to have another fairly sizable role in a different Ultraman series.
No. That's the actor, not we're talking about Juggler here, sir.
Ultraman.
One day. He is in both the Ultraman Netflix movie and the Ultraman Netflix anime, so.
But this is like Juggler literally gets his redemption in this film.
Mm-hmm.
He got his redemption in the last film. Or in the last
He did get redemption in that last episode.
Juggler is our best boy.
He is amazing. He is a great character, and I do love him. I also love the way he holds the phone over his shoulder, like, "You looking for this?"
What do you do for it?
What are you buying?
Here you go. I'm gonna walk away now. I did something for an Ultraman.
Now?
I showed up for this franchise.
I'm gonna be in 4 more entries of this, probably.
Watch the actor for Juggler actually be bitter for not being cast as Ultraman, and that'd be like a part of the.
He auditioned for Guy's role. He auditioned for Guy, and they were like, "We don't know if you're good for this, but you'd be really good for Juggler."
Yeah, you keep doing this weird evil smile thing. That's just how he smiles.
Yep.
This makes me want to do community theater again.
I don't know why I thought you said you wanted to do community service, not theater. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
All right.
I mean, community service is great.
Yeah.
It's not.
Oh yeah, it's great, guys.
Not as a part of your parole or probation.
No, it's definitely good for part of your parole or probation. Just whatever you did to get it is probably not good.
Yeah, no, that's what I meant. Thank you.
Yeah, but anyway, the fucking Diamond Witch is going on about how she's gonna.
Diamond Witch.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, the Diamond Witch is talking about how she's gonna turn the world into jewels so that nothing will ever age or die. And Guy's like, yeah, but everything will be dead then.
So what you're saying is she's technically the good guy by trying to preserve everything.
No, that means she's a conservative and therefore evil.
Yeah.
No. This is.
I literally wrote in my notes that this is a really petty reason to have the main villain. And then I thought of Frieza in Super Broly.
Yep.
The whole premise of that movie is I want to grow 6 inches.
Yep. Not even 6 inches, 5 centimeters, which is like
centimeters. It's centimeters. Shit.
It's
You're
like
right.
It's like 2 inches.
Yeah, no, it's like 2. It's like maybe 2 inches.
Yep. Yeah. So then we get
otherwise they would notice.
Yeah. So then we get a walking
Form, you prick.
Then we get a walking fucking artillery. Yeah, it's just a giant kaiju tank. It's just shooting bullets from every angle.
I want to believe they stole.
Oh, is this the
suit,
Mhm.
from Godzilla 2000 Orga and just put guns on them?
You know, this looks so much better than Godzilla 2000.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of things look better than Godzilla 2000,
including Godzilla 1998.
I wouldn't go.
And you know I'm right.
I would not go that far.
No, it does look better.
No.
It does, though.
No.
It doesn't have to be a better movie or a better Godzilla property. Like, that's a better looking film.
The only reason why 98 would look slightly better is for that god-awful CGI they use for the tentacle monster portion. That is it.
So anyway, this thing's just wrecking shop.
This thing I loved. I loved this thing.
Okay, it's a silly little goober running around shooting everything.
Like, one of the things I loved most was the sound design. I love that its roar was like a roar and a laugh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, again, he's just a silly goose, just having a grand old time.
He's a dangerous swan.
Yeah. Again, there's a reason why him and Sadeth dock.
God, they do. They double dock.
Yeah.
Stand by. He just like there's no Japanese inflection at all when he says stand by.
Nope. Again, he's supposed to be American.
Just insert.
Like, I guess I didn't get it.
Yep.
Now I get it.
Yep. He's so much fun for it. But yeah.
The whole fact that it's like, yeah, we finished the third act. All of the enemies are destroyed. And it's like, aha, I'm back. You thought I'd stay dead, but there's too much of a fight to be had. Like, he's a fucking Saiyan.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, then the something search people go in and try to save Guy.
Something in search of people?
And each one of them uses their own special weapon. The sap gun. The bondage suit. A camera.
Yeah, but he wields the camera the least proficient out of the three.
Yep. He's actually not even... He's using a fight pad to control fucking Naomi.
I mean, to be fair, the best way to...
He was always good at fighting games.
Yeah, no, like he was. We've established that earlier in the movie.
Oh my god, he has a power glove too, if I look at that right.
Yeah, he does. He has a power glove on.
Yeah, but it was like, what's the most TV friendly, non-Me Too way of getting this actress into a gimp suit?
This was 2016 in Japan. They didn't need to worry about shit.
They still don't.
You mean to tell me that them sticking Rin in a gimp suit was not exploitative rather?
I mean, it happened. It's super exploitative, but it was Japan. It was Japan in 2016. You could have done anything you fucking felt like.
Okay.
All 2016 right. Japan is way different than 2024 Japan.
Yeah.
I'm sure it probably is, and to be fair, this is not to be compared with like all of the other examples. Like, for instance, the one that comes to mind is Slave Leia. Like, it could have been revealing, but this is a gimp suit.
Yeah.
A different kind of revealing.
Yeah. Anyway,
but one's more fully clothed than
she's got ping pong balls, guys.
Yep.
Come on. It's a mocap suit.
Yeah. So sure it is. Yeah.
Uncultured plebeians.
So then the Diamond Witch is gonna use the dark ring.
Which is fucking great.
Yeah, it's what she is. She's a Diamond Witch. We all know it. So anyway, she's gonna use the dark ring to try to summon more baddies, and then Juggler just walks up behind her and his fucking illusion demon form and attacks.
And hits her in her dark ring.
Yes. And she's shocked that Juggler betrays her.
With the shocker. What?
Yeah. Wow. You made it weird. Yeah. You were talking about normal stuff until now.
Yeah.
We were talking about Ultraman stuff, and now it's just weird.
So, they kind of pay tribute to the idea that the dark ring appears for the person with the most evil in their heart.
In this universe, yes.
Yeah. So, does that explain why Juggler lost it more so? I don't remember that being, even close to the idea of why he lost it. Because he lost the dark ring when he got defeated, and it disappeared. He didn't just, suddenly grow conscious in that moment, and then it disappeared.
Well,
I think it's implied... Go for it.
Oh, no, you go.
Well, I think it's supposed to imply that she showed up in this universe at that point. She's not native to this one.
Completely coincidental.
Yeah, I think they're implying that she showed up in this universe because she's not native to this universe. And that's why the ring went to her instead.
Yeah, that's a much better answer than I was going to give.
Yeah, I think that was just their way of explaining why the ring disappeared and never came back. This movie is just... Her plot is just to explain that. And make some...
And Juggler just been playing the long game this whole time.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
My answer is just going to be the fact that, at that moment, Juggler found love again.
Yes.
He realized he still loved Guy.
Okay, which is it, Josh?
What?
You've given Juggler several love lines at this point.
Juggler can have many love interests.
All.
This is a shonen anime. He's going to have many love interests that he's ultimately not going to end up with any of. Yeah, because he's too focused on combat.
Yeah. And that's why Naomi is an unrelated side character.
Ultraman.
Yeah, he's going to get isekai'd into several Ultraman series where he is never the Ultraman. Except maybe he is, because I still haven't watched the anime. Because the anime's art style weirded me out.
That, weirdly weird CGI...
That always bothers me. That style of anime always bothers me, and I have so much trouble sitting through it because it grosses me out a little bit.
Okay, what the fuck are y'all talking about?
There's this, they do, for Netflix, they sometimes do, CGI anime, where they're,
3D anime, Ice Age and Shrek and shit?
God, the idea is the same, but, they try to make it look like an anime, but with 3D.
Look like an anime?
No, not like that, though.
Then what the hell are you talking about? It's,
look
I'm
up...
clearly not getting it.
You need to look up the Ultraman animes, look up an Ultraman anime trailer and you'll see it. It's not the suits don't bother me, the kaiju, the aliens don't bother me. It's the fucking people's faces that bother me, and it makes me so frustrated to look at their faces because they gross me out for some reason. It gives me this weird uncanny valley where I can't quite sit through looking at their faces. I had the same problem with Knights of Sidonia.
They did it with that Godzilla Earth anime they did too.
It's the humans that bother you?
Yeah, it's their faces. For some reason it bothers me.
Oh, this doesn't bother me at all.
I don't know why it bothers me, it just does.
This reminds me of did y'all ever play Crackdown?
Yeah.
No.
It's it had a cartoon isometric
yeah, but you'll love the fact that Ultraman Burmite or Tauros or whatever it is in it.
This looks great. What are y'all talking about?
Again, it's everything but the humans' faces. As soon as they're in suits, I think it looks dope. I think the action looks dope. I just can't... I don't
the
like...
people look weird.
Yeah, the people just look weird to me.
I don't agree. I just genuinely don't understand.
I get it. I know that I'm in the minority on this one, but for some reason their faces just weird me out.
It's the same
I've
thing
seen
with.
so much work. Like, it's not Uncanny Valley for me. I don't know what
Yeah,
it is.
I had the same problem with Knights of Sidonia. It has a similar art style, and I couldn't sit through that either.
I didn't care for how the people looked in Godzilla Earth either.
Yeah, again, it's just something about that style where it weirds me out a little bit.
Where
So I
it kind
can't
of
really
looks
sit
like
through it.
another art style is implemented inside of another art
Yeah,
style. Like,
where
'cause
like they're trying
it kind of
to.
looks a little bit more high fidelity. Like, there's this shot that I'm looking at now where one of the Ultramen is maskless,
Mhm,
but still in their suit.
mhm.
Where the suit looks like a different art style than the face and the
Yeah,
hair.
yeah, like something about that bothers me.
Is it the disposition, like the
Well,
uh
it's like for me, it's one style of art is trying so hard to mimic another style of art that when it's doing that, it bothers me. Like it's trying really hard to look like older, like 2D anime, despite the fact that it's a 3D rendered anime and it exists more in a 3D space, and it just something about it weirds me out where my brain doesn't quite like the way it does it.
maybe I'd have to see more of it, but the trailer doesn't bother me.
Okay, and again, as soon as they're in the suits, I think it looks great. It's just
And now, I mean, I'm even looking, like I said, I'm looking at a scene where they have the two art styles meshed.
yeah, again, something about it just weirds me out.
I do
Again,
like that this trailer features several more female Ultramen than I've seen.
Not 100% certain you're accurate on that. I think you might be looking at some feminine looking men.
Are you sure they literally have boobs?
There's at
They
least
have boobs,
one that
Alex.
is very feminine looking. There are some female
I see at
ultras.
least two different designs for very clearly women ultra people.
I mean, we have female ultras in like the live action too. You just haven't run into any of them yet.
Okay.
Yeah, there's like 4 I can think of off the top of my head.
But like there's two in this final season trailer I'm looking at.
I haven't seen anything about the final season yet, so you're probably right on that. I tried getting in the first season, and I tried again when the second season dropped, and I just always ran into a wall where the art style weirded me out.
Oh, there's
Anyway,
Zeton.
neither here nor there. Let's talk more about the fact that Juggler jacks the Dark Ring, and then the rest of our crew has to run out and fight off the mooks again very easily. And Guy is like beating the shit out of them, and then Daichi just pulls out a gun and shoots them.
When in doubt, gun it out.
Yep. He went to the uncle school.
You brought an Ultraman to a gunfight.
Yep. Luckily, I'm both. Pulls out gun and shoots them.
Was this before X transformed?
This is way before. So this is like right before the chandelier scene where the mansion becomes a chandelier in the sky. Yeah.
A chandelier is a good way of describing it.
It looks like a fucking chandelier. It's got like the dangly bits too. And Naomi gives Guy the speech about how, you're not alone anymore. We're all going in the same direction. And Daichi's sitting in the back seat with them, just kind of looking at him like, all right. I should probably say something too. This seems really romantic, but I'm stuck in the back seat with them. I have to talk, or it's going to get weirder. I've been in that seat before, Daichi. I understand how weird it is when people that are clearly a couple are having an intimate conversation with you.
He can't even be an Ultraman in the anime.
That doesn't surprise me. I'm sure he plays like either a villain or a scientist.
He's a fucking agent.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense too. He has a good voice for that. Yeah. Now we get the transformation sequence. How do you guys like... So, this is your first time seeing... Well, Alex, your first time seeing, and Josh has seen this once before, the Ultraman X transformation sequence, where he summons the doll and slams it in, which I know you enjoy, Alex.
I was gonna say like that was what I was gonna bring up. I was like, is this Ginga?
It's the season after Genga, so they did like a little carryover where they used the phone thing, but then the phone summons the doll.
I didn't know why the doll was necessary.
It's
but
not.
I was into it.
They were like really pushing. They had a shit ton of those dolls after Genga, so they made an X one, and they just kept pushing out that merchandise.
They're like, we're working on this thing called Amiibos, and
Yeah.
Yep.
We don't know why it has two eyes, but we're going with it.
Yep. And then we get them coming down. I've always been a fan of X's transformation sequence, and that he has like those the strings of light that come down with him, where they're like very clearly like turning. Like it's almost like semi evocative, like of the Tron bikes, you know, where it's like something leaving a trail behind as it turns, but it has to turn at angles.
Sure.
X's whole thing was like it's a like cyber Ultraman. So he has a lot of stuff related to that with his design, which is why his ears are also supposed to look like headphones.
Don't we get like a cyber homage later, or is that in?
Oh no, like
armor.
Yeah, he summons one of his cyber armors. Yeah, so then we get the team up fight where two Ultramen fight, which we've already had with you guys have seen now with Blazar, but
with Arc.
with Blazar in Arc.
Yeah.
I mean, it was more one side. Blazar did all the work.
Mm-hmm.
Arc was the host, and Blazar was the MacGuffin.
Blazar did all the work.
He was barely a storytelling mechanic.
And he still put more of an impact than Arc did.
I'm sorry, Oonga Boonga what?
Yeah.
He is Oonga Boonga. We do love him.
Than fucking Arc.
So anyway, how did you like when they're about to do their signature energy blasts? Fucking Sadeth just shows up to shoot the shit out of them.
Like, this is why Sadeth is the primary antagonist.
He's so fucking good. Like he just shows up to interrupt their attacks.
I'm here too.
I want to fully believe he was just up there sitting, just waiting. He's like, oh man, I know they're gonna do that fucking beam.
Oh yeah, they're gonna do a tag team beam where they're both gonna use their signature energy blast, and I'm gonna have to fucking ruin their day.
And this is the way that I am most happy.
Yep. No, this is then we get the color timers going off. So guys like, well shit, I gotta class it up a little bit. How about I switch off to Thunder Breaster to bring some real strength to this.
Ultraman.
Yep.
Ultraman Battle.
Just wait. You get to make that joke again real fucking soon. Yeah. I still love the Thunder Breaster design. I think it's so good.
Yeah, his big old sausage fingers.
Yep. So then he uses that form to fight Sadeth. Because now I'm going to use darkness to fight you too.
I must become darkness to become light.
I also love the way he responds. Like Sadeth responds by calling Orb.
The backbone.
No, he calls him tough meat. It's like, finally some tough meat. It's around like 3640. While Josh is looking for that, though. Yeah. Again.
Wait, is that in the English?
It's in the subs. Maybe you have different subs. Are you watching it on Tubi or are you watching it YouTube?
I'm on YouTube.
Okay, maybe they have different subs for it. The one I was watching, he calls him tough meat. But yeah.
Yeah, no, the moment he appears and he he gets knocked down. He's like, ah, good. Finally, somebody with a backbone.
Yeah, no, he calls him tough meat in the one. I mean, I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure he calls him tough meat. Let's see. Back up a few seconds. Transforms into Thunderbruster. Runs into attack. Hits him. Fucking backhands him. Sadith goes down and he says, nice. Finally, some tough meat.
It sounds like Sadaf.
We got 2 different translations. What the
Yeah.
heck?
Yeah. Josh is watching the YouTube one where the translation is finally someone with a backbone, whereas Sadeth in ours calls him tough meat.
What does backbone mean, man?
Means not Josh.
Somebody.
What do you call him?
What?
Well, what did he call him if not tough meat?
Oh, he's like, oh, finally, somebody with an actual backbone.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying like he like swore or something.
Nah.
No.
So anyway, then the go for it.
I'm wondering if it's just a different translation from what like they got versus what
I think we probably got a literal translation, and you got a translation that was meeting like the meaning more.
Yeah, because I mean, like the dialogue isn't, or the subtitles are like in the actual like Ultraman font that I'm guessing they did for the movie. I don't know.
Yeah, it might also just be you're watching like because I know you're watching on YouTube. Maybe it's one of the fan translation ones, in which case they sometimes use a little more wiggle room to like get the meaning less than the actual literal version. And again, it just depends on the translator too. Anyway, X gets shot and he becomes a giant diamond man. And now it's a 2-on-1 in the opposite direction. And Guy gets punched across the fucking city by Sadeth. And he reverts back to, well, he turns back from Orb into Guy. And now the SSP know for sure that Guy is Ultraman Orb.
They find him all beaten up.
I mean, Shin and Dipshit finally know.
Yeah, Naomi's figured it out a long time ago.
Yeah, because I mean, earlier in the movie, even she's trying to hide the fact that he's Ultraman from them.
Yeah.
Because X nearly spills the beans twice.
Yeah. Which, I mean, hey, I'm glad they finally got that out of the way. It was kind of semi-pointless.
Yeah, here at the end.
Yeah, like it was semi-pointless to keep them in the dark. Yeah, so Guy desperately stands up like, I'm at my limit, you guys need to get out of here. And Naomi gives like this impassioned speech. And so does Jeddah and Shin about how they're going to stand with Guy. And Shin pulls out his gun again. And because they talk about like their bond with Guy and how important
power of bonds.
Yeah, the power bonds. Each one of them says something, and as they say it, we zoom in on one of the crystallized Ultramen. And then they start glowing, and their lights go to Guy, so he can get their cards. And we get a new form. Yes, he is revitalized, and he gets a new form. Which, I'm going to be honest, I fucking hate this design so much. I hate it so much. It's my least favorite orb form.
Really?
I hate this thing's design. I don't like it. I think it's... I like the other forms we're going to get in the next one more than this one. I think that there's a lot that's working with it, but I think a lot of it clashes. Which I get, like, they're trying to use 3 different Ultramen as a basis, so they're putting elements of all their designs in, and they were designed for different aesthetics, so when you're throwing all these elements in, they're not always going to work. Like, I don't think putting Victory's sideburns on works. Like, I think Victory's sideburns with this design is a little bit weird. I think the color scheme is a little weird because they're trying to work all their color schemes together. So you end up having like a lot of different colors and a lot of different moving parts with it.
Oh.
It's my least favorite design for Orb. Like, I love its power set, although its power set... So I want to see if you guys agree with me on this. Doesn't his weapon look like the weapon Arc gets when he gets his galaxy form? Yeah.
I had to remember whether we had seen this weapon before. I'm like, oh no, that's Arc's.
Yep.
That turns into the bow.
Yep. Yeah. Because, again, having seen this movie first, when Arc got that, I was like, fuck, did they just use the fucking Trinity weapon again and reskin it? Are they just reselling an old toy?
They are.
Yeah, to an extent, I think they are.
Yeah. Again, like, I think it's just the head that annoys me the most on this design, and it's the
sideburns. Come on.
Yeah, like, it's Victory's sideburns. See, again, it's Victory's sideburns with the rest of it doesn't work, and I like Victory's sideburns on Victory, but I don't like them on this.
Like, I thought that out of all of the Ultraman we see, that Victory was one of my favorite designs.
Mm-hmm.
I love like the forward crest thing that he's got going on.
And like the heavy usage of black.
The sideburns on either Trinity or on Victory.
Well,
so
I think
now that you've pointed them out, I'm probably never going to unsee that.
I think it works on Victory because Victory's sideburns are black though. Whereas they're silver on this, so they just kind of blend in, but also stand out.
They're only texture for the mask.
Yeah, whereas for Victory, it's like a clear delineation from the face to the rest of the head. I think they work on him. I don't like them on Trinity. And I also think that when he's not holding onto the slasher, when it's a part of his shoulder, it also looks weird.
See, the only thing I don't like about his design is that shoulder plate.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else I really enjoy.
See, I like the rest of it. I don't like... And I like the normal pauldron. I like it when he's using the weapon and they're just 2 normal ones. It's when he has it merged with his right pauldron that I don't like it. And again...
I don't like... I'll be honest that I'm just a huge fan of symmetry. Mm-hmm. So the asymmetry here, where it's on one pauldron and not the other, like... That annoys me.
That's fair. Yeah, again, I think it looks
I wasn't
clunky.
A huge fan of this design either. Like, we get in Ultra Orb Fight or whatever the hell, I can't remember which order it's in. We get a full armor design that is literally his best design in all of the series, and it's like,
oh yeah,
just a portion of this one little special that doesn't probably exist in canon.
No, it does. It exists in canon. They reference this. It showed like
this isn't Doctor.
Like, he looks badass.
This is not Doctor Who. It's all canon.
Oh yeah. No. Yeah. That is. I was gonna bring up when we get to that one. That is probably my favorite design for Orb.
Oh, he's so like the full armor design is so badass. Good.
It's one of the. I'm not gonna say it's
than every other design that's used in that special.
Yeah, no, 100%. Although I do like the Amirium Slugger. I don't think that's a bad design, but I do think that Lightning Defender is better.
Let me tell you what annoyed me about Slugger is that
you're gonna have to hold on to that thought.
No,
We're not that far away from that special.
So
we can
mad,
talk to it. We can talk about that in a bit. We're not that far from that special. Although we have talked almost double the length of what we've gotten through of the movie.
My feelings.
Yeah, so we get
fuck your feelings.
We also get Juggler.
There, I said it.
Yep. We also get Juggler transforming into Zapandon again.
Yeah, but this is the closest he's ever going to get as an Ultraman. This transformation sequence.
Yeah, kind of.
Because he's like, yeah.
Okay, so what's the bargain? Oh, it's Jet
Jaguar.
Jet Jaguar.
Ew.
So you get a choice between turning into Jet Jaguar or Godzilla via your ring choice.
Godzilla.
Josh.
Oh yeah, easily.
Yeah. So don't act like Juggler's choice is wrong here.
No, I never said it was wrong. I'm just saying this is as close because he goes like.
Yeah, like he does get the transformation sequence. He gets the transformation sequence. Yeah. Anyway, then they kick his ass.
Okay, so like I'm just gonna go on record as saying that we should like this series should have had like we have the normal Ultraman transformation sequence with the fist or you know Thunderbreaster has his hand open and everything, but we go full Sailor Moon for Juggler.
He spins around and transforms.
I mean, you had me at Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
I knew I had Josh.
Yeah, so Juggler gets his ass kicked and he transforms back. He's like, man, being a hero is tough. I don't know why I wanted to do this. I was a badass when I was a villain.
Anti-hero.
Yep. So now Orb is in a 3-on-1 fight, soon to be varying degrees of on-1 fight. As he fights against at least 2 snooted aliens and a guy with a lot of snooty energy.
You just want to point out that Juggler went down like a bitch.
Yeah, but it's okay. He gets back up.
He was up for 4 seconds.
True. And then Orb Trinity gets his ass kicked a bunch. And then Uncle shows up and shoots alien guts in the head.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, okay, but he gets a great lethal weapon line though.
Mm-hmm.
Because what's his name? The duck-billed genital monster?
Alien Guts.
Yeah, Alien Guts is like, did you forget about me? And Shibikawa comes around the corner and goes, I think you forgot about me.
Yeah. It's so good. Shoots him right in the fucking head, and then they run off as he's doing
some comedic relief. Yes.
No, I'm not trying to be weird. I'm having tremors.
Yeah, no, but I'm gonna get you.
Yep.
See, this was very Doctor Who.
Dude, again, like the old school Showa aliens for Ultraman. So Doctor Who-y. Like, it's really from the same cloth.
I would love to. I don't know. Like, this is some. I didn't know I wanted this, but some crazy billionaire money here.
Mm-hmm.
I want to take the you know how you do like NBA All Stars.
Yeah.
Like, I want to take the All Stars from the Ultra era.
Okay.
Like all of them. Every All Star.
Okay. Yep.
And make them write a season of Doctor Who, and then take all of the Doctor Who All-Stars and make them write a season of Ultraman, and I want to see that come out. I want to see it so bad.
I'd be down to see that too.
A really fun show.
It could both work, Josh.
Show.
It could both work, but they have to do each other's bid.
Mm-hmm. Like they have to really lean into it.
I think that honestly, I would still lean on the Ultraman group winning because I feel like they know how to take the piss.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Where Doctor Who writers would probably get lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
I don't know that I feel like it would be easier also for the Ultraman crew to understand the concepts of Doctor Who, whereas the Doctor Who group would need a lot more research time. Because I bet, but that also I think stands as a counterculture thing where I would argue that probably more Ultraman writers and directors know of and have watched Doctor Who than the likewise.
Yeah, I mean, considering
because I think Doctor Who's been a bigger property.
Considering episode 20, what was it, 22 of Arc is like almost just a fucking Doctor Who episode.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah, like honestly, if I wanted to get Scott to watch Ultraman, I think that would be like a really good jumping on episode for him.
He's like, wow, I really like this, and then every other episode after that's just
different.
Yeah. I'd have to like cherry pick them and gradually like wean him into the normal.
Well, to be fair, he's been doing that for me, so he's not above that.
Yeah.
He'd probably enjoy it.
Yeah, I would have started you off for Love of Monsters.
So,
this is Doctor Who.
We haven't even gotten there yet. That's how bad for Love of Monsters
we were supposed to, and I watched it, and I prepared, and then we just didn't do it for some reason.
You have to watch it again to make sure you're fresh.
Mm-hmm. So anyway,
10 out of 10 episode. I don't give a fuck.
So anyway, they get the dark ring, and Alien keeps chasing them, and they keep like.
Guts is such a weird has Guts appeared in another.
Not one that you've watched. In some that
I mean at all. Is this a callback?
Oh yeah, no. This thing is I want to say he's a Showa, maybe a Heisei, but I think a Showa alien.
Can we say that he's got some hips on him?
Oh, his design is so fucking. It's so specific in so many weird ways. Like
it's so weird, but I like it.
Yeah, no, I totally get where you're coming from. I'm gonna look up when you first dropped.
Like I don't even know how to describe it. Like it's not even over the top for me, even though it's a weirdly over the top costume, admittedly.
Oh yeah, but like it works.
This is some Showa level.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm pretty sure he's Showa. Yeah, Ultra 7. Yeah, of course 7. Of course, I wouldn't be shocked if all of these aliens that she summoned were from 7, considering what happens.
Oh, I missed the reference other than the fact that 7 exists in these.
Dude, 7 is a lot of people argue 7 is the most important Ultra series.
When was 7 made? Because the costume looks fucking dead.
It's like 67 or 68.
Oh, okay. Makes total sense. That makes total sense.
Yeah,
really?
he's the
good from 1967.
Yeah, he's the second Ultraman.
That's almost 60 years ago.
Yeah.
And
no, it's good.
Still, like, given that you haven't been able to top something from 60 years ago. That doesn't speak well for your franchise,
dude. It's so clean. It's so clean.
What, Josh?
Do you like war crimes?
No.
He does commit a lot of war crimes.
He commits a lot of war crimes.
He commits a lot of war crimes.
This isn't good. You guys are doing a really poor job of selling this to me.
It's amazing.
The only way to sell them.
There's also a banned episode.
Yeah. Do you know all of the presidents that you don't like? Yeah, they're all war criminals. You like that shit? Here's a movie.
It's real fucking good though. Yeah. It's super influential. Dan Moriboshi, he's amazing.
Are you trying to tell me that we committed war crimes because of an influence of an Ultraman TV show?
I'm not gonna say we didn't, but I mean, like,
this is terrible.
Dan Moriboshi.
He's zero chance that freaking Dick Cheney did not watch Ultraman.
Ultraman was on TV when he was a kid.
That's what I'm saying. Literally, Dick Cheney is like, yes. In his final memoirs, he's like, the reason why I made sure that we went to war with Iraq, a country that had no part in attacking us, was because I watched Ultraman.
The first Ultraman committed genocide. The first Ultraman committed genocide. That's
so you're saying that Bibi Netanyahu has watched Ultraman?
he like straight up
Dr.
an
Who
entire
watched.
species he destroys.
Yeah, I was about to ask you, who do you think committed more war crimes, Doctor Who or Ultraman?
There's like a solid
close.
argument for both.
Yeah, they're pretty close. They're
Yeah.
pretty dead even.
Yeah.
Okay, so literally you're making more questions for my debate prep.
Yeah.
Yeah, trying to help.
No, like I'm serious. Like we've had discussions in the past, Josh, about co-DMing. We're gonna have to co-moderate here. Like we're gonna be the anchors for this debate. I need this to happen now. We need to talk to Michelle.
We need to talk to Michelle. Damn wizard.
Yep.
Before Saturday.
Anyway, so the Ultras are fighting against the aliens, and Jeddah is filming them.
One thing at a time.
And everything's kind of we're getting a lot of like from the ground shots, which I kind of appreciate. I love those.
Was this the moment where Naomi literally? I said this like seconds before she did. Like, was this the moment where Naomi was like, "Hey, film this"? You remember that bit?
And then they do. Then they all like, as they're recording, they're like, "Ultraman, fight!" And the power.
No, that was later, and I have a thing about that. But like, there was a bit in here when you see all the Ultraman assemble, where Jeddah goes, "Oh my god!" and he lowers his camera to the ground. He's like, "This is amazing!" And Naomi looks at him and goes, "Hey, dumbass!"
Yep.
And puts his hand up for him, like, "You need to film this. The world needs to see this."
Yep. But then we get the scene where, so it says recording, but they must be streaming this too.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, if there was any other people on Earth that would know this, it's the people on Twitch and YouTube like yourselves.
Yep.
We know the difference between recording and streaming, and that was not streaming. Yeah,
no, they were recording, but somehow they are streaming. And then the power of everyone on the SSP's website goes to Orb, so he gets powered up.
Yeah, they all lift their hands up and give them their life energy.
Yeah. And then everyone uses their own like power-ups. Fucking X uses his Cyber Gomorrah armor, which is dope as fuck. I love this armor. It's so good.
The Avengers of Ultraman.
All right, well, I can hear you guys.
Nick.
I can hear you. All right, you're back.
Oh, you're back.
Oh, he's back.
Yep. Anyway, so I was saying I love this fucking Gomorrah armor.
That was what?
Oh no!
I'm hoping he. Yeah. That was just you, wasn't it? Fucking ass.
Yeah, I think that was.
Yeah.
I think that was.
That was good. That was good. Yeah. So we get like all of them using their signature things. X uses.
I feel like Victory. I wanted to say I feel like I was a big fan of Victory.
Mm-hmm.
I liked X for like the overall design, but I really liked Victory's helmet.
Yeah, with this big old stupid head.
Yeah, like honestly, the forehead just really spoke to me. I don't know why. I
like
also liked the final kaiju in Pacific Rim, and those two designs are very similar.
Mm-hmm.
If you remember the final kaiju in Pacific Rim.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, does Nick remember it because he's frozen? It sounds like he's moaning.
I can't tell who's frozen.
Yeah, so I knew what you're here. I could hear you. You were talking about the final kaiju of Pacific Rim. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, he's got the big head.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's got the fork head, kind of like Victory. That's I feel like that really spoke to me.
No, I totally get it. I like Victory's color scheme a lot too. It's a color scheme we don't see a lot.
I would say Victory overall is really cool.
Yeah, it's a bummer he doesn't have his own show, and he's the secondary Ultra in Ginga. Yeah, he's Ginga's secondary Ultra. He shows up in the second season of Ginga to be like his foil.
But is he the same person?
No, so Ginga. In Ginga, we have Ginga. In the first season, it's just Ginga is the Ultra. And then in season 2 of Ginga, Ginga S.
Say Ginga one more time.
Yes, Ginga. Ginga. No, in season 2, Ginga S. Ginga is still like the Ultraman, but then a new Ultraman shows up too, Victory. And they have two differing ideologies and have to, like, overcome their differences to work together by the end.
Oh, so he is actually a secondary character, but he's still an Ultra.
Yeah.
He just doesn't have his own dedicated series.
Yeah, no, he gets a special for himself, but that's it.
Oh, weird.
Ultra Fight Victory.
Which is actually really fucking good, too.
Giga Bash Victory.
Yeah.
What?
Prepare for that stream.
That's going to be so fun. It's going to be a blast.
I have yet to play it yet, so it's going to be a nightmare.
So anyway, then Sadeth reforms his body.
Sadeth faction.
Yep. I could go for one more. I can't stay dead in a hot battle like this. And then he docks.
Prick.
Yep.
He's such a prick.
Then he docks into the fucking big guy. Turns him into a giant. Yep. It's so fucking good. So dumb.
Sticks his cannon tongue out.
Yep.
It's very alien.
Yep, it's got his normal mouth, and then he's got his cannon for his little mouth.
Got his cannon mouth.
Yep.
I gotta say, though, like, literally, I don't even know that asshole's name, but I love his, like, jaw teeth design.
Yep.
Diabolic.
Yeah, Dave. I think for us, it's Diavoric.
Yeah.
Diavoric, yeah. But like I've loved his design since the moment we met him.
Oh yeah, he's so much fun.
The fact that he's just a psychotic, chaotic, neutral asshole is all the better.
Oh yeah.
But we're getting to the best part of this.
Yep.
This movie.
As a man walks up to Orb, he's wearing a fucking.
This is like I feel like it's a testament when someone who doesn't have any idea what kind of reference is being made, that the one thing that I said to myself is, oh, I'm missing something here.
Yep. Oh yeah, no, as soon as he walks up and you see him, we get to the front and we see him from the front, you're like, oh shit, this is 7. This is gonna go someplace.
I didn't know any of this shit.
It's so good.
Who is this? Who is this? Like, he's gonna be another Ultraman with the glasses.
Yep.
I saw him, and this is the part where I yelled and I cheered, like, "Oh my god, it's 7!"
Yep. And this is
so like, are those glasses not like 1940s Dolly Parton?
Don't insult Dolly Parton like that.
Yeah, I feel like that was definitely an insult to Dolly Parton, but like those were like Lucille Ball before television.
There we go. That's
better. Yeah, those were bad. That was a bad MacGuffin.
But at the same point in time,
like, those were
women's glasses. Those were women's glasses from the 1910s. I'm getting further and further back in time as we keep going with this.
These
I
are
don't care because this is bad.
These are Josh's favorite transformation device, though.
You're a monster. What?
I love them.
It's they're like monocles that
got glued together.
Decided that they were from a time like literally the frames are from a different time as the lenses. Like this horrid
beautiful
red
fucking beautiful
frames
red
with these these Coke bottles,
and they're beautiful.
Yep.
No, you're just like honestly,
they are the most
simplistic
transformation device in all of Ultraman, and they are.
I feel like your opinion on all of
way.
Doctor Who has been undermined.
So yeah, then we get the.
None of you all appreciate my opinions on Doctor Who.
So anyway, then we get the original transformation sequence.
So many better ones. Come on,
so
this is I asked the other week what was the worst or what could be the worst transformation, and this is up there.
No, it's still the Rube gyro. 3 pulls. It takes forever. It's so dumb. I hate it.
I'm so happy they put in
the
original transformation, by the way.
Yeah, this is like almost... they obviously updated it because he's older now, but this is the original version. Like, they just updated it with, like, him, and then they redid it as the original version. It's classic as fuck. This is what it looked like in the 60s.
I'm just saying, like, also on that same subject, am I the only one who found it annoying that the new MacGuffin for the triple fusion was him just stroking his weapon? Like, why does it have to be weird? Like, can you literally, like, can the Japanese people not figure out how to fucking do a weapon cool?
Toys.
It's a toy.
It could be cool though. Have you never fucking heard of a cool toy?
I mean,
it's not cool.
I mean, we kind of get a cool toy in the special. The Giga Battlenizer is pretty cool.
Yeah, but until then, we immediately get 7 committing a war crime.
Yep, 7 throwing a fucking blade at... I love the eye slugger. Yeah, no, he sees the problem and he throws a blade at it.
Off with your hands.
I love how Ultraman as like a franchise pays 0 attention to collateral damage.
Oh yeah.
Well, the city's been evacuated.
Probably.
Not every time.
Every time.
You got to realize 7's just in it to kill the monster.
Yeah, and others.
Yeah.
He's going for kill count.
Yeah. Oh my god, his music.
It's so classic. It really is.
So is this when you're talking about his music, like, is that the major chord circus music that's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, literally the entire movie could have been like, I have this written down in my notes. Like, this is my least favorite part of the entire movie. Whole stop.
Oh, I can see Josh getting upset on that one.
Whole stop. This is the worst part of the movie. It took me out of the movie so hard because it's so inappropriate and it, like, tonally speaking, especially as a musician, like, this is the most. This is comic. Like, how bad it is.
It's obvious he has not watched 7, so.
I haven't watched 7, and I don't think I would have appreciated it otherwise, because, like, every time that they try to shoehorn in Guy's theme song into places where it does not absolutely belong, it's comedic.
Mm-hmm.
And this is comedic and ruins the climax for the movie for me. Like, I genuinely hated this sequence more than anything else in the movie. Hands down, 10 out of 10, hated it.
Wow.
I hated this moment in the music more than anything else in the show. More than anything else we saw in Kamen Rider. More than Gunhead.
Wow, that is.
Don't you dare insult 7 like that.
I hated this more than Gunhead.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's a good thing he's been server muted. Oh, kidding. It's okay to be wrong.
So yeah, then we
It was bad. It was a bad choice.
Great.
It was a bad choice by the music director to
put it here.
Like this, the fact that it was in the middle of combat, it sounded like a circus vomited on the scene.
Yeah, it's a callback.
It's
beautiful.
7. They're paying tribute to 7.
Beautiful. 7 comes in, he gets his theme, he does all his cool war crimes.
Here's what I'm saying. If something like this had been done in Rising, we would be definitely honoring the end of the Ultraman series as a franchise.
Probably not.
No.
Also, you have to realize
it would probably be dying because no one would give a flying fuck about it after this.
No, we would have only cared more.
Alex, you also
Ultraman 7 anime.
For context, Alex, this is also this movie takes place as like on the 50th anniversary of Ultra 7. This is an anniversary movie.
Make good anniversary. Like, there's so much back in this. I just didn't appropriately. I'm being a little hyperbolic, of course, but like, I think they could have used that music a little better. It felt very inappropriate for like.
You know what?
The
I'm going to agree. I wish they would have used it through the whole goddamn movie.
Just 7, the entire. It's just a 7 movie.
Now we're in a fight.
But anyway,
it's just the whole movie. It's just that one little chorus all the way through.
God,
we got
so annoying so fast.
We gotta get moving though. We gotta get to the part where Ultraman X nukes a city.
Dude, oh my god, I thought about this too. I had that written down as well. Like, this has no consideration to it. You can't evacuate a city like this.
This is like
terrible.
He hardly ever uses his attack, but when he does, every time I see it, I'm like, Jesus Christ, you killed so many people just now.
Like you're literally doing an AoE for a single target.
Yep.
Well, I mean, what happens if that target likes to regenerate?
Yeah. You gotta nuke the city.
That changes the calculation much, does it?
You gotta burn it all.
You just gotta set fire to the city and start over. Then Ginga
literally commit a war crime yourself by firebombing.
Yep. And then Ginga and X use their weapons instead of nuking the city.
Glad no country would ever do that to Japan.
Yeah, no. This isn't totally evocative. But yeah, so then they Ginga
it's not like their entire like social construct and media lore has been irrevocably altered by the fact that they got nuked by another country.
Well, just think, if things happened, we wouldn't have hentai now. So
you don't know if that's true or not, and how dare you assume that hentai is a result of a nuke?
100% result. Look at it.
How dare you? How dare you besmirch art?
How dare I? How dare you dismiss art with that bullshit thing of Seven's music?
It's circus music, better reserved for Cirque du Soleil than a combat climax.
And
Cirque du Soleil is sexy though, so he's saying it's sexy,
I like
Josh.
Cirque du Soleil. I wasn't besmirching it. I said it was inappropriate.
It's appropriate for all occasions.
No.
I make love to Ultra 7 music.
That's different than it being like the thing that you go caroling to, unless you're like having sex on someone's lawn, I guess.
No. I bust the door down and then it's just Ultraman's like, what's going on? Okay.
So anyway, then we get to the final attack where
I don't know you. That's not my purse.
So we get to the final attack where Ultraman Orb throws a giant buzzsaw blade through the city.
It makes an
the city is evacuated at this point because there are no living things in it.
Yeah, yep. X made sure there was no collateral damage after that.
It's gonna give it to you.
Yep. And the give it to you part is a fucking nuclear holocaust.
Can't have collateral if everybody's already dead.
Yep. So then
damage.
The SSP are cheering on what has just happened. None of them are thinking about the ramifications to the city.
Oh god, I have to get another new job.
And then the 4 Ultramen that teamed up with Orb walk up to him, and they're like, "All right, well, thanks for helping out. We're glad that the people on this planet trust you."
Are you guys not going to help rebuild? Nah, bye.
I'm 7. I don't have to do shit for you.
Matter of fact, those 4, boom, dead.
And you're going to have to thank me for that.
I'm on the High Council of Ultramen.
So wait,
He is.
Is it what is it, Nick? I always forget his name. Is it Red?
Oh gosh.
Is he standing by?
For what now? I'm trying to remember.
No, the series.
Oh, Red Man. Yeah, Red Man.
Yeah,
Red Man is taking that to the natural extreme.
So I was gonna say, are we on the same level as Red Man?
There's more story behind it with 7.
Yeah.
Wait, you did not answer no.
I said there's more story. I didn't say that he doesn't also horrifyingly maim and murder.
You know, seven has more of a story behind his genocide. His genocide's different.
I didn't say he didn't commit genocide. He committed genocide. I'm saying that. I acknowledge that. I told you he committed war crimes. That's how I opened 7.
It sound like they're different.
Again, you get more story with it. Instead of 2 minutes, it's 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, there was a lot more story with World War II than there was with World War One.
Yeah. See? You get it.
No, I don't get it. That was not a getting it story. No.
I think it was.
So anyway, then the Diamond Witch is dying in the middle of the city. And Guy walks up to her and he's like, yeah, it's a shame you did all this stuff. Why'd you have to do this? You have a pure soul.
Yeah, what do you know, Guy?
It's like a diamond in the sky.
Yeah.
I will say I forgot to mention my favorite line when our best boy was in combat. he like dives in at Ultraman and he like throws him over his shoulder. He goes, "Yes, break my fall."
Yeah. Anytime he says anything, it's good.
His speech, like I live for this enemy. But go ahead, back to where we were.
Yeah, so we get like this kind of like sad, somber moment that this woman does not deserve. She is not interesting enough or compelling enough to deserve any of this moment.
I thought we were going to get like a real twist, and he was just like, "Bye, mom." You'd be like, what?
Like I literally wrote down in my notes that why did she turn to diamonds? Like, oh, what's the MacGuffin here? What's the symbolism here? And then I thought about deleting it, but then I wrote in parentheses like I don't care.
Yep.
This is actually
bring up the fact that I don't care enough. Like I would have rather had spent time with
any other character.
With our best boy or with Juggler.
Or with
this is
any other character.
City gets enough money to rebuild the city.
Yeah, they sell her. They sell her corpse. No, then we get the best character in the movie, the true best character, that one fucking old guy who's mopping in the bathhouse.
And gets weirded out by them reacting to him being a fucking creep.
Yeah, like he's just standing there staring off in the distance. He hates his life. He doesn't want to be there. And they're like trying to get his attention. He's like, oh, shit. I don't know what's going on. I just zoned out. What time is it? You've been doing the exact same thing for the last 4 hours, man. The city was destroyed.
Half the building's gone.
Like, everyone around here is dead. How are you still alive?
There's a tub full of blood and people.
If you walk half a block that way, there is just debris and smoldering ashes from X burning the city down. How are you okay?
Matter of fact, it's still radioactive.
Dude, imagine if most of the or if any of the kaiju and Ultraman interactions were radioactive.
There's some that are.
Yeah.
They just kind of play that off.
It's kind of like Godzilla in the new Godzilla movie. It just eats the radiation.
Yeah.
And then, new hentai gets formed because of it.
There was, in 7, there was a monster that looked like the burn victims from Hiroshima. They don't get to play that episode anymore.
Yeah.
That's the banned episode. Awful. That's the banned episode. Yeah, they have
a lot of other banned episodes before, but like having Hiroshima victims as characters seems like one of those ones.
Yeah, that's the banned episode. They don't get to play that episode of 7 anymore. They consider it offensive.
Godzilla does it.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that's the one they just don't play anymore. You have to like go hunting for it if you really want to watch that episode, and you don't really need to. It's honestly not a good episode.
Well, I mean, like -1 definitely acknowledges that those events happened and uses characters that survived those things. But like, there's a level of tastelessness. I'm sure that.
And it's weird because that was so
great.
And it's weird because that was so close to when it happened. That was only like 20 years after the fact.
Yeah. Have you ever seen comedians be tasteless?
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean,
speaking of tasteless, the bath scene where I was gonna say, speaking of tasteless, there's the bath scene where it looks like Shin is trying to grab Guy's dick.
No, that was weird, right?
Yeah.
I think he's just like.
He's just like, like shuffling, but it looks like he's trying to grab his dick. And then the one dude comes over and starts splashing water on him.
I'm fun.
Like,
yeah,
all of that for sure. And then like the fact that like I think this might be a lost in translation thing. At least I'm very hopeful because it did not sound good to my very American ears. Show me Ultraman's body.
Yep.
Show me what an Ultraman's body looks like.
Yep.
He said it like 4 times. I'm like, dude, my guy. Like, also,
but
he gets real damn close. Like
something's gonna touch.
But,
yeah, no, yeah.
But they all get to see.
This whole last scene felt like, why did we do this?
And it's not like they haven't used the bathhouse before. Like, they've used this to better effect.
This was a really odd callback to the series.
Yeah.
That felt really inappropriate for the movie.
Yeah. It was also weird that Juggler was just there.
It shows them how much of a silly gooses they are.
Yeah.
And also, they finally get to see what a real Ultraman body looks like with Juggler.
Yeah.
I might not be an Ultraman, but I am an Ultra.
I mean, very seriously, our janitor fellow that is playing I'm Fun Splashy Time with the teenagers looks at Juggler's dick, right?
Yeah. And he just kind of nods in respect.
Yeah, he's like, oh God.
All right, well, good to know. As Juggler like nods at him, like, you looked at my dick, didn't you?
What a mind fine.
This was a really weird scene.
Yeah.
I'm glad they added it.
And then we cut to Naomi being in a kimono, looking classy as fuck.
Yeah.
As she's hanging out, waiting for them to stop being weirdos in the bathtub.
God, that kimono is so cool.
For the past 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah. No, she, like, legitimately just the classiest looking character. And then Guy wanders off.
I wish we've said this many times, but I wish she had a longer career in acting.
Yeah. She is apparently...
As long as it was a healthy career, I don't blame her for not having a longer career.
Yeah. Apparently she's a really good dog groomer.
Kyber.
Yeah, that's her job now. She's a dog groomer.
I need to go get a dog, apparently.
Yeah.
I got one. Ah, you.
So anyway.
I'm gonna take your dog.
No.
Yep. So anyway, then Guy wanders off. They chase him down. They're like, hey, you're going to come back, right?
They were setting this up, and it hurt my feelings.
Oh, yeah. Also, these characters never show up again, so no.
You hurt my feelings just now.
Yep. We might get one of them back eventually. Like, like, I'm not going to say they will never show up again, because we do occasionally get characters, but I have not seen them since.
So you're saying there's not a chance. They're saying that this love story is officially over.
You take this love.
But anyway, then we get the post-credit scene, which I'm hoping you read my message saying you needed to watch that.
I did.
Because that sets up the special.
Hey, you're late. Do you think so?
Yep. I love it's like, all right, well, I guess Zero's here now.
Hey, I sent my dad, okay? Oh.
My dad's way more important than me. I'm just saved the franchise.
And my dad is the franchise. Oh, yourself.
Yeah, and then we get a glimpse of a form that we'll get in the special. It's not bad. I think it's better than some of his forms. I'd put it...
Full armor form?
That one is amazing. I'm talking about a Miriam Slugger, because we get a glimpse of that at the end.
Oh, see, that one, I have thoughts.
I think it's better than some of his forms. I'm not going to say... I don't think it's in the top half. Yeah, I was going to say, it's better than that, and I think it looks better than Trinity, but not much better than Trinity.
Yeah. Yeah, I would go with you there. I feel like they... Sometimes the writers get the design down, or I guess the showrunners get the design down, and sometimes they just don't, because I'm really not vibing with any of Ark's forms.
That's fair.
But I've always vibed with Orbs.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I think you're going to like Jeed's forms. You're going to at least like some of Jeed's forms when we get to that one. But yeah.
Apparently we need to watch more of the Ultra fights, though.
There's not many Ultra fights, although we do have a couple of them. And then we get like some other team-ups, like New Gen Stars is also really fun. New Gen Stars was fun. The Absolute Conspiracy was interesting as like a character piece.
Those sound like Doctor Who episodes.
They kind of are. And then the Destined Crossroads was really interesting. Ultraman Regalos is fun too. We should sit down and watch that sometime. It's just a really good kung fu movie.
What is this?
Because we got Regalos.
Okay.
No, you've never seen Regalos. Regalos has never shown up in anything you've seen.
What was the it was Reg something in Ultra Fight Orb.
That's Rebatos.
Rebata. Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yep.
You're right.
I just want to say, like, Ultra Galaxy Fight started playing automatically after this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got something significantly worse than you did.
What did you get?
I got Coraline.
Oh, I like Coraline.
Yeah, I love Coraline.
It's a fun movie. I also have seen
it. Also, that's not relevant.
Okay, fair.
But anyway,
yeah.
The one line that I just popped up was like, "Hey, come with me," and this Ultra lady's like, "Oh, but we've just met."
Oh, so you got like the Destined Crossroads, but you got the Destined Crossroads before all the setup.
Yeah.
That's a bummer. Destined Crossroads is really good if you've watched Absolute Conspiracy first. Otherwise, it doesn't make a fucking lick of sense.
I think it's one of the problems with franchises like Doctor Who and Ultraman. Where do you start?
You start with the name.
You don't have a guide.
Yeah, anything with the word.
How would you know?
Anything with the word fight, you have to like do your research. If it's just a mainline title, you can kind of pick it up.
But how would you know that if you didn't have a guide?
That's fair. That is a problem with these long-running franchises. You kind of need to like know a little bit of what you're getting into, or like talk to someone who knows.
Yeah, it's the same problem with like, hey, I'm a Spider-Man fan. I'd like to read the comics. Where do I start? Okay, so do you want to start here?
Yep.
Well, you
Like,
start off with you don't step on a scorpion.
Yeah, Shane, our friend Shane,
1970 or 68.
our friend Shane brought up that he wanted to like get into Robin as a character, and he wanted to like start from the beginning. And I'm like,
why does that sound exactly like Shane?
And I told him like, I had this moment where I was like, I don't know if you actually want to do that. That doesn't sound like it's gonna be fun.
No, like you should probably go for Robin in his best moments.
Yeah, I tried to be
Robin in hit like the first 50, maybe 70 years of his existence was bad.
Yeah, no, I tried to be like, listen, most of that's not even like that's not canon unless you're reading very specific writers. Don't do that to yourself.
No, like I feel like you need to, and this might be an issue with Robin that needs to be addressed, but if you're gonna get into a character, I would go with a mainline story, and I don't know if there's any mainline like Robin comics.
There are, but they also require a little bit of like foreknowledge.
And if you don't pick Dick, then go fuck yourself.
Fair.
Dick's the best Robin.
Anyway, any final thoughts on this one before we wrap up this 2 hour and 10 minute session? We spent almost twice the fucking movie talking about it.
I mean, what did you want? Did you want
No, it's fair. No, it's fair. This was also just a fun one to talk about. Yeah. Final thoughts on the movie before we wrap this one and try to knock out Ultra Fight.
I will miss Orb.
I'll miss Orb, and Alex has a bullshit opinion on classical music.
What?
He's calling 7 classical.
On